Hi, this is Kelly from Crafty Kelly's at www.craftykelly.co.uk. Today I'm going to bring you a cheeky little Christmas card using the Peaceful Noel stamp set. I'm going to use some of the elements out of that, and I'm going to use the Painted Harvest. So to start with, just so you know, I'm doing a couple of mats and layers, and I've made my borders quite skinny, so I've only taken 4mm off each layer. So standard card base, and then my first layer is 10.1 by 14.5. Then my next layer is 9.7 by 14.1. And that just gives me a nice skinny border, nothing too large. I've also cut out a stitch framelit circle. This is the largest circle that's in the set. And I'm going to use a couple of different colours. I've got some cherry cobbler, Sahara sand, garden green, mossy meadow, and shaded spruce. I've got some other papers here which we might use, so we'll come to those in a second, but first let's stamp our sentiment and start working the image, because I'm going to work around and create a nice image of foliage, because I like that. So I'm going to start with this little stamp which looks a little bit like a Christmas tree branch, and I'm going to go in the mossy meadow. Now I'm going to stamp this twice because I'm going to go over the top in the shaded spruce, because I just think it gives a lovely effect. And you can come at different angles. You can add as many or as little as you want. I'm going to open that again in a second. Now with the shaded spruce, so the next layer that I'm doing is I'm not doing it straight on top, I'm just doing it a little off, so it creates like a bit of a drop shadow. And it also makes the fern, kind of the tree branch, look kind of big and bushy. And you want a big bushy tree branch, don't you? Next I'm going to do my leaves, and I'm doing them in garden green. Now I'm going to go full strength with the leaves going around. And once again, you can put in as many or as few as you want. I think I'm happy with that. And then with the infill stamp, I'm going to stamp off and then fill in. Stamp off, fill in. There we go. Right, next is I'm going to do these little red balls. I don't know what they're supposed to be, but and I'm going to do the outline actually in the Sahara sand. Put me on a minute. Okay. And then I'm going to do the infill of that in cherry cobbler. These stamps line up really nicely, and it doesn't have to be perfect because it's handmade. That's the way I work anyway. If you want to add some more in, or it's entirely up to you. And if you feel that the white is too harsh, you can always, with a sponge abrader, just pick up a little bit of Sahara sand to kind of give it a bit of a vintage look. And if you're picking up ink, make sure you brush all the way along, because if you just do it back and forth, you're only going to get that back and forth bit. So I'm just gonna, I don't want it too dark, so that's perfect. I'm just gonna go over the top, and it just kind of dampens down the kind of harsh white, because I don't really want to use very vanilla, and I didn't want to use a dark. There we go. So that's kind of just dulled the bright white down. Here's one that I was playing with earlier. It's quite bright white, so I kind of wanted a little bit darker. I am going to stamp a couple of leaves, so let's bring that in now. Ow. So I've got a load of leaves cut out, and then I've also got this punch which comes with the Noel set. It's kind of, I don't know, like holly maybe? Not holly. I'm not sure, but it's a greenery punch. It's for your greenery. So we've got lots of greenery and sparkly bits. So the way I'm gonna construct this is I'm gonna stick some double-sided tape on the back of my circle. Tape runner. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by just like assembling like one or two bits. We want to kind of overlap them. Because we want this kind of, we're going to get a bushy effect. If you want to manipulate the leaves, get a bit of texture in them, you can always like break down the fibres with your nail, with your thumb. Try not to be too brutal because it is cardstock and it can rip. So you'd be a little bit annoyed if you'd done all of it and then ruined them all. But do a little scrumple. Technical crafting term there. Right, and then just go around and add, keep adding. So I'm gonna do that and we'll be back in a second. So when you're happy with how much you've added, then you are ready to construct the card. I've got some red gems that I'm going to use to decorate it as well. So these are going to be like my holly berries. I've done it on a card. Oh, it was a card I done in class. We done something similar, so we used our actual red gems as berries. And you know, if you want to, you can go mad with your bling bling. I'm just trying to aim it for some of the greenery. Fab. So I'm going to pop this all together now. Just going to use some Tombow, and let's add layers. So apologies, my camera stopped filming, my memory was full, so some of the construction obviously got missed out. So what I've done is all of my bits are stuck to the back of my stitch framelit, and I've just raised it up with some dimensionals. I've just adhered my layers together for the card. If you find that, like with mine, it's too wide and you've got an envelope punch board, you'd be able to make your own envelope for it, but if not, you'll figure it out. Otherwise, you could use a slightly smaller circle, which will bring everything in a little bit, but I wanted it big and fruity and sparkly. So this has been a little Christmas card for you. I hope you've enjoyed that with me today. This has been Kelly from Crafty Kellys, and I'll catch you all again soon. Thanks very much. Bye now.